Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. There's one thing that I observed lately, which is about 10 years in the US foreign policy, and that is they drop the ball, make mistakes, don't pay attention because they think they're still the boss. The mass media covers for the mistakes by telling us, nothing important, so what? It's just some idiots over there, playing with guns. Referring, for instance, to the Russian Chinese friendship, modern friendship, that got together and stronger. It's okay, let them be. And now, instead of acknowledging that they dropped the ball, they're gonna find again justifications like, it's not important. Really, it's not important. Okay, well, now we have something else that's not important, that actually it is important. And that is this. Read the little title. Russia not going to use US dollar in trade with Africa, ambassador says. Again, the US mass media can be like, yeah, who cares? I mean, really, Africa and Russia, well, they trade what, $3? Yeah, okay, but just the idea that the dollar is ditched should worry you guys. You guys being the ones that are really in charge of the petrodollar. Now that's one thing. Remember, this is just one example that Russia will do dealings with African countries, right? In rubles or whatever they do, not in US dollars. Well, nothing important. Okay. China and Russia do bilateral trading not in US dollar. That's okay. Okay, Saudi Arabia said it's going to diversify its oil sales, not only in US dollars, but in other currencies. It's okay. All right, well, BRICS, Brazil, India, Russia, South Africa, China, the developing economies, their little organization, they said they will do it they're gonna they will create their own currency. Nothing there. Now, South America is going to do the same thing. Brazil and Argentina said, well, we're going to create one common currency, which is going to be called the SUR. Venezuela said, I'm here with you guys. Again, the Americans, nothing. How many times are you going to do like, nothing, nothing? I mentioned Russia, Africa, a continent. I mentioned South America, 2 countries plus another one, 3. And they want to expand to whole South America. I mentioned Saudi Arabia, guys, with oil. Remember Saddam? Remember Gaddafi? They wanted to switch. Remember that one? So again, you got China and Russia. They do it in yuan and ruble. You got Russia and India. Jesus Christ, this is not Romania and Hungary economies dealing in leu and forint. Jesus Christ. I mean, how many we're going to see? They try to get us, the public, the weasels, the below 86 IQ, they think, just, don't worry, nothing to see. And in about 5 years, all these things will be together, cooperated, intermingled, intertwined, or whatever, and then the United States will be like, what happened now? Well, you should have paid attention then. But this is when you have average people in charge. Right there. Our educated elites. That's what they are. Okay, let's read this article. Jesus Christ. All right, where are my glasses? Right here. Come to me. I order you. Okay, Sputnik is 16 hours a day. So 16 hours ago. So today, the 26th of January 2023. Russia not going to use US dollar in trade with Africa. Ambassador says, it's okay, nothing to see here. We'll meet you in 3 years, mofos. The proposed BRICS single currency may facilitate transactions between Russia and Africa in the quest for a multipolar world, end quote, and I'm quoting, in which countries are free to implement the economic model they consider appropriate without external pressure. That's US dollar. The Russian ambassador said, experts and diplomats from Russia and South America Africa, I'm sorry, South Africa met on January 25 at the Valdai Discussion Club in the Russian capital to discuss ways to strengthen ties in the new geopolitical context. During the meeting, Olev Ozerov, ambassador at large of the Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs and head of the secretariat, not the horse though, secretariat of the Russia-Africa Partnership Forum, said that alternative currencies to the dollar will be used to maintain the peace of trade relations between Russia and Africa. Clear and sweet, right there. And I'm quoting, "We already know very well which currency we will not use in our relations with Africa. The dollar." The dollar, end quote, Ozerov told Sputnik. And I'm quoting again, "This opens many possibilities for us, such as the use of national currencies, the yuan, and the currency that is being discussed in BRICS, BRICS, end quote. However, the ambassador believes that Russia should focus on using national currencies in business transactions, as the BRICS currency is a medium to long-term project, and the Americans are sleeping at the steering wheel." And I'm quoting again, "The creation of a common currency for BRICS is a long-term project that will probably not be implemented immediately. No problem. Now we need a quick solution that will allow us to maintain trade relations with the South African republics," end quote. The ambassador believes, and I'm quoting again, "We need to work with more conviction on the use of the ruble and consider the rand, which is the national currency not only of South Africa, but of all the countries of the Southern African Customs Union," end quote. So easy move, easy move. The project to create a single BRICS currency has been under discussion since June last year, but is likely to gain momentum amid the increased use of economic sanctions as a tool of geopolitical pressure by countries of the collective West. According to a June 2022 statement by Russian President Vladimir Putin, BRICS will have, and I'm quoting, "an international reserve currency based on the basket of currencies of our countries," end quote. This type of currency would be used exclusively for international trade transactions and would not replace the national currencies of the member countries. The project under discussion in BRICS aims to reduce dependence on the dollar and is similar to the one announced by the President of Brazil and Argentina on Monday, January 23rd. On Monday, January 23rd, during a visit to Argentina, Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva expressed his support for this type of initiative. And I'm quoting, if it were up to me, we would always have foreign trade in the currency of other countries so as not to depend on the dollar," end quote, Lula said. And I'm quoting again, "Why not create a common currency among the Mercosur countries or with the BRICS countries," end quote. Oh my, quick regime change in Brazil, hurry up, go ahead. Russia and South Africa. South Africa, which will chair BRICS in 2023, has been in the spotlight for its determination to maintain a policy of neutrality on the Ukrainian conflict. The country abstained from most votes on the issue at the UN General Assembly, but reportedly came under pressure from Western diplomats to reverse its position. And I'm quoting, "There has been a sense of paternalistic bullying from some of our partners in Europe and elsewhere. Do it or you'll see." Oh, that's the threats and blackmail soon. South Africa's Foreign Minister Naledi Pandor said during a joint press conference with her US counterpart Antony Blinken in August. On January 23rd, during a visit to South Africa, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov praised South Africa's resistance to pressure from countries hostile to Russia. So, what can I tell you, my friends? We're going to have here a big problem. Not we. How do you call them? The dollar will have a big problem, but these guys are not going to wake up. These guys gonna say, oh, nothing to see here. Did you see these guys mention? They didn't mention the Russia-China trade, which is big. Russia-India trade, big on oil and other resources. Nothing. This Saudi Arabia diversifying it out of dollar here, and they're going to go euros, yuan. Remember, Xi Jinping visited Saudi Arabia about 2 weeks ago, and I think they signed some documents, some agreements. They will trade like, I don't know, 16 or 14 billion dollars in yuan and Riyadh, or whatever Riyadh is called. I know the Riyadh is the capital. Is it Riyadh? I don't know. The Saudi Arabia's currency, I can't remember. I think it's Riyadh. But anyway, this is the way it is. And the Americans, oh, it's okay. Ukraine. What can you do? And then you wake up when it's burning and you say, oh my God, my feet are on fire. Too late, buddy. You're already on the stake. Already there. We're going to make a soup out of you. All of us. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. Jesus Christ, man.